What's up, guys? This is Badger jumping on. We're a little bit late to the market today, trying to get some late last-minute charting going. But what we're looking at this morning is Disney, Roblox, Snap, and Roku. I'm trying to pull up my brokerage here, so luckily we are fans of letting the story unfold as opposed to just jumping in. But right now we are waiting and watching. So Snap's coming down. Snap was on a bottom of a channel, so we definitely want to see if it can hold up at the very least around this area. The bounce, if it respects the channel, could be a nice move. Just gonna have to watch it, wait for those pre-market moves to happen. While we're waiting for the brokerage, we can actually market here. Okay, so Snap not looking too good. Let me log into my brokerage real quick. So Roku breaking pre-market highs, looking great so far. Damn, I feel like I'm very behind this morning. Roku actually is having some news. There's a lot of TV stuff going on. Fubo TV had some announcements this morning. Google saying that they're going to make a TV as well, kind of like a streaming service. So interesting that we see Roku coming up. I would think that the competition might, scare them away. Disney's pre-market candles were kind of high. Still just watching though. Either way, just watching. Roblox testing pre-market highs. Roblox is at the bottom of a channel as well, sort of, if I remember correctly. I think Apple was one that I wanted to watch as well, but I don't think that we're going to get to do that today. So we're just going to have to play it by ear and see what happens. Roblox typically will come down. Roku's looking pretty nice so far. It's having some volume here. Snap, Roku. Good that DIS is holding up here. Snap as well. That's some good floor happening here. We could see Snap move up. So just watching, waiting, watching, waiting. Watching, waiting, watching, waiting. What's our BP? Cool. Snap, we're going to want to see it. It's kind of moving up kind of quickly here. We definitely want to see how it tests that pre-market high. If it rejects, it's definitely not something we want to jump into. Disney as well is going to have to break around this area. Wow, DIS is at 185. It's not bad. Roblox trying to curl up here. Roku not really slowing down much there. I kind of want to see how Apple's doing. Yeah, Apple's making a nice little move so far. So I'm gonna make a pivot here. I don't really like Roblox, just because sometimes they have some weakness in the morning. I'm gonna keep looking at Apple. Apple's already above pre-market highs, so if anything, I may have missed Apple, and that's fine. DIS, not much volume on Disney. Still watching Snapchat. We are only 5 minutes into the market here. If anything, with some wicks here up top, we could see Roku pull back a little bit, maybe test around this area, touch that 9 EMA. DIS with a nice candle. That would have been a nice move to jump in on, but just to even have this price action here would have been perfect. But Apple's wicking a little bit here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see it come down. DIS, Roblox, Apple. Just trying to set up my. There we go. All right, so DIS is over here testing pre-market highs. Apple's rejecting at this level over here. We're gonna mark this for later. Roku as well, kind of coming back down. Oops. So everything, as you can see, has kind of hit that top end and is not really doing too well so far. Snap might be the one to kind of break through and change it around here. We'll see here shortly. DIS is one that I kind of like coming into today, but again, I didn't really get much pre-market research happening today. So Snap is testing nicely. I almost jumped in on there on that big candle, but we need confirmation because it has to break through this level. It's good that it took over the 90 MA. It's good that it's over it, but we still have to break this level. And even then, you don't want to jump on high candles just like that because they can easily come down the next one. It may not even hold. DIS is a good one here. Remember, like, something we want to find is that things are not just going to go up forever. If it does, then those are those one things where if you would have jumped in, it would have been perfect, but typically it's not going to just go up forever. So you want to have you want to see a floor. You want to see something test before we can, acknowledge that we're going up. So Roku's kind of holding up here. I like Roku if we can hold up. Snap's moving. So Snap and Roku might be the ones here that are looking good. If we jump in on Roku, I don't know. Okay, nothing's too strong yet though. If Snap can come back down, test this and consolidate, we may jump in on Snap. Snap is at the bottom of a channel, and I wouldn't mind seeing some upside here with it. So that's what we're looking for. Roku, a little bit of consolidation here, potentially. So this is a good line for Roku to be at, and we may actually jump in on Roku. DIS consolidating here just a bit. Apple's not looking healthy at all. Puts on Apple could be the way, especially if it tests down here and doesn't hold. But we can also find some reversals down here too. Pre-market low would have been around here. So nothing too strong out the gate from what we're watching. We're not gonna panic or anything or FOMO into anything yet. I'm glad I didn't jump on that Snap because we'd just be kind of sitting there. Disney though is holding. Disney just has kind of low volume, which is why I don't really like jumping in on Disney unless we're getting a really big part of a good move. Like it has a strong consolidation. That's something we can see on DIS. But Apple playing with this level here. It looks like it's going to come down. I can see it touching here before we do anything. Snap coming down. Disney might be one here that if it can hold, this level, have some consolidation and break out, that could be a nice little move. But we don't want to jump in too early on it. Actually, I tried to jump in on DIS. I messed up the order, and that did not go through. Okay, we're in on Disney. I kind of like the consolidation that I was having. We got 3 September 8 DTEs, and we are at 185, so a dollar below the money, $1.30 below the money. Now, if it breaks around here, I might even let it have the wick. But if it breaks around here, we are out. Snap looks kind of nice with this. Roku also holding at the 9 EMA. DIS, is also a streaming move. So if Roku, Fubu, and all those things are kind of looking good, this could be a right move. We're going to want to see some strength here with Disney. We're 12 minutes in. Snaps are covering just a little bit off that. That was perfect consolidation. That's exactly what you want to see. Is you want to see it come back, test the pre-market high, and then make a move from there. I probably could have gotten out had I gotten the right entry on Disney, but, we're just going to have to see. We still are going to look at the same level here. So I got in on Roku as well. I don't suggest taking more than one move at a time, but I do like this VWAP here, and it looks like we are still holding and consolidating here around here. So gonna watch that closely. We're up 3.8 on DIS here. Still watching Roku to see how it's going to react at this VWAP. If it breaks, we're going to need to just get out, truly. I got out of Disney. We took $30 on that move. We're pulling Roku right now. So Roku's holding that 9 EMA, touching off VWAP. We'll see how it goes. It's not looking too hot right now, but we'll see. We are 14 minutes into the market. Apple's nice here at this bottom. That DIS, I believe, was like a 3% move, so not too bad. Our target was 5, but I wasn't really liking where it was at. And I mean, it could have also been just because I was watching 2 stocks when I should have probably just been watching 1. So I'm gonna pull up here Roku on the 15. Or we can pull up on the 5. 15 is fine. Okay, so what we're looking at with Roku was that we had come down here before. It kind of recovered, and we came down here again. We went oversold, and it kind of recovered as well. So we're trying to see if it can break through here. This is going to be a pivotal point here. We're down on it right now. I'm not going to, just let it go because of a profit and loss basis, because we are going to have some theta burn. But we are going to see if this area here breaks. If it breaks down, we definitely have to get off, especially if it doesn't hold VWAP. and I believe we are touching pre-market highs. So pivotal level here for sure. Our pre-market highs will be at this green line. So we probably jumped in a little early on that. Volume is just a bit brutal, man. We're at 8:47, so 17 minutes into the market, still kind of chilling. Volume on Roku is kind of shitty, but just letting it do its thing, especially as we're testing VWAP, and we're kind of under that 90 MA, but still relatively there. And I'm getting ready to get out of there because we're not, without any volume, it's just kind of not looking too good. So with Roku, if it can recover from here, what we would want to see is a test up here. If it does come up here, that would probably be profits for me, so I'll just take, my position out. But depending on how it looks, we may hold on to it for just a bit. Ooh. So a tip is never to really look at the 1 minute chart. It's pretty exaggerated. If we look at 5, nice tailored consolidation here, good wick. The 1 minute was looking a little bit bearish. This also does kind of look bearish. If it doesn't hold especially, but this shows that we may have some life. We're still over the 90 MA. Things could be good if they can hold. So this as this morning volatility slows down and we can pick a direction, things will potentially look a little bit better. So we'll have to see how it plays out. Open up a new candle on that 5 minute. We're at 8:50, 20 minutes into the market now. Chilling. This is probably the hardest part of the day. Is like getting into a slower moving thing and kind of just waiting. But sometimes that's what you got to do. I mean, it's good to say that today's Thursday. So had we, caught a weekly, this would be burning really quick. So never touch weeklies. That's the takeaway today. That was a strong hold. It looks like it's holding up so far. Still holding on that 5 minute as well. I don't know why I have 3 Rokus up. It is turning around too. That's nice. So when we entered Roku, the bid ask was pretty wide. It's relatively wide. We got a bad fill. We were down, I think, $40 when we opened, and right now we are down 23. So we're up about a couple percent points. So remember, we were still saying that the point to break was going to be this area here, right? If we don't break here, it may try to test down again, or it'll have a higher low. I don't know. We'll see. So it's going to kind of depend on how the buyers come in here. If they can bring some volume, it could be a clean break from here, truly. But without it, then we're just looking at, you know, some downside. So right now we are up 0.2%, and we're profit on $2. MACD crossover coming, potentially. Those could reject. I've noticed that sometimes you get that line coming and it'll just bounce right off. But they are lagging indicators, so I mean the most real-time thing you're gonna have to look at is truly, you know, price action. Is this? Let's just look at the 1 minute so you can see. It's not my favorites. Oh well. So looking back at Apple though, it did catch that floor and make a nice little bounce here. Kind of like yesterday, we caught a move similar to this, and it rejected on the VWAP, so this will be interesting to see how that plays out. So Roku kind of rejecting here a little bit. It's testing the 9 again, 854. We're about 30 seconds into this 2-minute candle here. Will be important to see how we're going to hold this level here. Still in the trade. Disney definitely was the move to hold. I mean, it would have been a temporary retest here at this level, but it was definitely a good little move there. Roku liking that 9 EMA touch. We'll see if it can break through this little minor level here. If it rejects, it may be an indication that we just need to get out. It could be an indecision candle as well, by the looks of it. Got 4 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and close. So it could very well consolidate here. That would be the middle case scenario. Best case scenario comes up. Worst case scenario goes down. Middle case scenario, we are consolidating. Nice and tight consolidation through these dojis, through these candle bodies, and we'd like to see it gain some momentum to come up or to come down. So we'll see here shortly. We'll have an answer very quickly. One thing that we do need is we need some volume to kind of step in here to make sure that we're breaking through, and that breakthrough is, you know, with some support. We are currently up 1.6% for 18 bucks. This is one option, 8 DTE at 335 strike call, and we're at 338 currently on the pricing. Volume's not too bad. There we go. Getting a nice little move here. And abnormally, or higher than what's been relatively average volume was be down here. So that's looking pretty nice. We're at about 6%. We're probably just gonna ride this break and then take it. So especially as it's testing this this high level that we marked off. See if it pushes up just a little bit more. We're gonna take it here. Perfect. We got a bad fill on the close. It was 80, but we'll take that. It was 80 on the profits, but we took 55. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That was a super risky setup as opposed to the Disney one that we jumped in on. On Disney, I believe we jumped in around this test, kind of got off around here somewhere. It did eventually come back and test this bottom part. The reason why we wouldn't want to hold through that is because as we're testing, it could easily break down. If we already had profits, better to just cut it off and not get greedy. But had we had, you know, a good day trading account that we could have entered in on multiple trades, or if I wouldn't have taken the Roku trade, we could have seen how this plays out, being out of the position and then joined back in to see how it after it supported the 9 EMA as well as the pre-market highs, so or this little pivot that we had marked off. So nonetheless, we ended with I think about a 5% on Roku, 3% on Disney, which is not bad at all. And it was good. So thanks for watching, guys. I have the whole video uploaded. Well, I guess I might have to put the whole video because we got in DIS kind of early. So, but I don't know if there's any questions, let me know. Would love to help you guys out, or if you guys have any suggestions on, you know, something I may have missed, please let me know on that too. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope this helps.